motionless puppets crossed by the flow of time. We are choiceless rotters, consumed by the crawling of events. Irony of fate, I had just ceased to exist, and the most important choice of my life was one click away from me.
Mr. Evan Capnos, identity implant KPN4722. The owner of your identity debt, as well as your employer, SecureTech Inc., went bankrupt. Hence, I had to personally authorize the foreclosure of your identity. You are in a stalemate, Mr. Capnos. Until the auctioning, your ID is going to be suspended. Mental bollards will prevent you from leaving the city. Identity of your interlocutors will be censored. Your access to the blockchain will stay disabled. Your service weapon has been disassociated from your ID. As the protocol imposes, you are required to reach the court within 4 p.m. on today's date. Beyond that term, I will be compelled to consider you as non-compliant. Have a nice day, Mr. Capnos.
Who needs a wardrobe when you can leave clothes all over the room? Disconnected from my ID, it was just a piece of junk. I definitely needed to wear some clothes and quickly reach the court. Trapped by my own mind, those mental bollards were feeling way too physical. That wasn't my best day so far, but it was still pretty early. There was plenty of time to make things worse.
He's coming.
It was time to run.
It looks crowded out here. Okay, listen. I know you have a lot of questions, but I need you to trust me. There's a small cover right in front of the door. Stay down and come out slowly. Okay, I can see you again. There is a blind spot under that big turbine. Try to reach it while I look for a way out. Find a safe spot and I'll be there with a car in minutes. Oh, it's possible something weird may happen with your implants. Just don't worry, okay?
Something weird may happen with your implants. It was already happening, affecting my whole life. I had never seen something like that. My implants were literally learning from my experiences.
I'm picking up your position. I'll try to move closer. right? Glad to see you're still alive. Listen, we are under a certain amount of time pressure, but I think I owe you some explanation. I'll have to be quick. So, is there anything specific you'd like to know before we move forward? Your implants are not exactly compliant. Or better, there's an experimental firmware running your implants. It shouldn't have emerged now. Well, not just you. The firmware was in the testing phase for most of your colleagues in the operational department. It just didn't have to happen now. I wasn't expecting the bankruptcy of Circutect. They're trying to sabotage me. That's what I'm trying to find out. But we need to cooperate for this. Whoever is trying to sabotage Circutect has eliminated all your colleagues. You may have noticed that somebody is trying to finish the job. Any more questions? My name is Dahlia Kari. I am the founder of Circutect. Or at least I was until this bankrupt bomb exploded into my hands. I'm involved in what's happening with your implants, but I'm definitely not trying to kill you. Your implants are not exactly compliant. Or better, there's an experimental firmware running your implants. It shouldn't have emerged now. I wasn't expecting the bankruptcy of Circutect. They're trying to sabotage me. That's what I'm trying to find out. But we need to cooperate for this. Whoever is trying to sabotage Circutect has eliminated all your colleagues. You may have noticed that somebody is trying to finish the job. Any more questions? Bankrupt. All of a sudden, our provider started claiming a payment of debt that shouldn't even existed. In the Circutech laboratories, there's a weapon built to connect and extend the potential of your implants. If we get it back, it will be a lot easier to stay alive while we understand who's behind all of this. That's exactly what we are doing. I just have to find a safe spot for landing. Let me check. Something is not working here. I'm locked out from the Circutech surveillance system. Your firmware should be able to connect from the distance. Can you bypass the access to the cameras from here? Well done. That's my office. From there we will have a quick access to the laboratories. And it seems we are not alone. Check if the rooftop is safe. I need you to send me the coordinates of the car park.
My chance to get into the building. It wasn't guarded.
Received. We'll land there in a few seconds.
In all the years at SecureTech, that was the first time I set foot in the administration building. That was a weird way to reach the high places. Clearly, I wasn't the only one looking for something in that office.
Did you manage to reach the laboratory? The weapon is at the shooting range, Sector 2.
Alex Keyclose. That name popped up way too often not to be suspicious. Turns out, my life was interesting to the wrong people and for all the wrong reasons. I still feel it, that cold shiver under my skin.
I just got notified by the calibration program. Seems you're on the right path. I'll be waiting for you on the rooftop. Keep a low profile coming upstairs.
my implants were picking up a signal. Where was it coming from? The interference was very close. I just had to look around. I had no idea what it was, but apparently my implants did.
surveillance system, but I managed to unlock the elevator to the rooftop. Be quick. I think I know who's responsible for all of this.
The terminal was disconnected, but there was still a chance I could restore the internal network. So, I ended up with a new weapon and a unique interpretation of low profile. Reaching the court alive finally felt like an option.
Okay, after your infiltration, I could restore my access to the surveillance system. I think I know who's trying to kill you. Exactly. Seems you can confirm my suspicions. I found several access attempts from his account. He must be in a real hurry to leave so many evident traces. Long story. Foreclosed is one of the few rich people who could buy back his ID debt from the state. He is also the head of an investment fund, the Foreclosed Foundation. I funded Circuitet thanks to his money, but I kept control over production and the secret experimental program you already know. That's the opposite. The experimental program is the only reason that convinced Alex to invest. Despite it being legally compromising, modified implants can pull some serious money. But after the bankruptcy, the experimental program could come out. Getting rid of all the evidence of the program will cost him a lot less than being discovered. In a system where you're in debt even before you're born, life and money are just synonyms. You are all that's left of my work, and our lives depend on each other. I see your frustration, but it's not a matter of what we want. If we don't stop Foreclosed, we will both lose everything. My information said he is now at the office in one of his nightclubs, the Lusuoso Club. He's not expecting visitors. We have to stop him there. Glad to see we are starting to understand each other.